Hey, this is going to be the color balance and best pack one pick ones for Tarkir Dragonstorm. I'm going to say off the bat that this is a hard set to play, a hard set to draft, a hard set to make a mana base. Hopefully, all of this helps. I'm going to start off by just going right into the color balance. The trophy points are going to be the percent chance to convert into a winning run after picking a card or that color. And white is at the top of this color chart, but I don't actually think this is the color balance chart that is the most helpful for this draft format. There's actually one that's a little bit better. This is the chart for the clan balance, so taking a multicolor card of a particular clan. This is the one that I think is going to be more helpful to your draft. I will say Jeskai and Mardu are in a virtual tie for first, and there's a small drop over to Teamer. Teamer's also like the most first picked clan. And then there's a big drop to Sultai and a big drop to Abzan, which I don't think is a huge surprise over there. I just think green and black have fewer things going with them. And just talking about Jeskai and Mardu, I think in my head rankings, I have Mardu a little bit better because I think Mardu strategies are better than Jeskai strategies. I think Jeskai is kind of getting carried by the fact that these have access to very, very good cards. On the other hand, Mardu strategies are the bozos of the format. They are very abusive. So I'm going to go right into that. How to abuse Mardu. Mardu stats were very, very high. Of course, if you do get like an Omega Bomb, just go with that and run with it, and you'll have a good draft. But if you don't get a really good bomb, you want to take your anger out on something. If you're playing to win, take these Mardu cards. Fortress Kingguard, Mardu Monument, Mardu Devotee, Nomad Outpost. These are the fixing cards for Mardu and just some good, cheap baseline commons. Mardu Devotee in particular has the highest like improvement in pick rate. It took me a while to convert as well, but I wouldn't think too much about it. It's a one drop with an enters ability, and it's got utility ability on top of that. So don't overthink it. This card's just very, very good. Um, Mardu isn't really that complicated, but if I want to give some advice to you, just there's a lot of removal in this format, and Mardu's very good at making the removal look kind of embarrassing. So if you are going to play the strategy, don't make the removal good. Focus on going really, really wide. Make them spend removal spells on things that they don't like two drops and stuff. If they have to spend a 4 mana removal spell on a two drop, they feel bad. You feel great. Go with that feeling. All right. So everything from here on out is just going to be a really, really big card. The number 12 best pack one pick one is Scavenger Regent, or what would happen if the Little Mermaid was a little bit too into human body parts. It's a 4 mana, 4 flying dragon with Ward discard a card. It's got the alternate omen spell, Exude Toxin for X black black to give all non dragons minus X. So, usually a board wipe card like this is kind of balanced by the fact that it's inflexible, that it's very reactive, like you have to wait for a good time to use it. If you're head on board, you can't, it's just going to sit in your hand for a long time. But in this case, if you are head on board, then it's still just an undercosted flying beat stick that hits your opponent to death. So it's going to be very good in any deck. You don't need to build around. It's very low maintenance. Just a great card to first pick. The number 9 was a bit of a sleeper for me. I think other people had figured this out pretty quickly, though. It's very good. It's Windcrag Siege. It's a 3 mana red white enchantment with 2 modes you can pick. The first mode is the Mardu clans mode, which doubles your attack triggers, and the more powerful one is the Jeskai mode, which on your upkeep makes a 1/1 red goblin with haste, and it's got lifelink for the turn. Making a goblin every turn, it seems like a little bit mundane, but you get for free. And I think I've said before, this is a very heavy removal set. So if both sides have removal, the game seems to drag out for a long time. And this thing can easily make you like 10 goblins over a game as long as you cast it early. And there is time to cast it early. I don't think people are waking up with turn 5 wins or anything. So, and even then, you're still gonna make 2 goblins before turn 5. So this card, I had it pretty low before, but sometimes you just need free material every turn, and it does very good. I have played games where this card comes down on turn 3, and I already know that I've lost because my deck is all removal, and if I don't have a way to deal with this, I'm never gonna be able to deal with the goblins on the board. So don't be me, don't underrate this. It's very, very good. Number 10, this one is not one that I underrate. I don't think anyone underrated this one. It is Roar of the Endless Song. It's a Teamer Saga for 5 mana. The first two verses give you a 5/5 elephant creature token, and The last one doubles the power and toughness of each creature you control until the end of the turn. This spell is not fair. It's already stupid strong as just a standalone card, but if you have anything else going on, you're going to have enough damage to kill people from commander life totals. It is the bringer of the Elephant Apocalypse, and you go hard into Teamer if you pick it up. Number 9 is Dragonback Assault. If the last one was the bringer of the Elephant Apocalypse, this one is the bringer of the Dragon Apocalypse. It's a Teamer enchantment for 6 mana, and when it enters, it deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker, and then it's got a landfall ability. Every time you play a land, you get a 4/4 dragon creature with flying. So it's kind of hard to beat this kind of design. It's a board wipe that kills all the little things that could mess you up, and then it follows up with an inevitability ability on there. Just as long as the game keeps going, you are going to win, and it makes it pretty hard to lose as soon as you cast it. So don't feel bad if you get beat by this thing. It's pretty hard to beat. Not much else to say. So now we're gonna skip ahead to number 6. Another feel bad kind of dragon card. It's Marang River Regent. It's 4 blue for a 6/7 flying dragon. And when it enters, you get to return up to 2 other target non land permanents to their owner's hand. So bounce 2 things when it enters. It's also got an omen spell on the side that no one ever uses. It's 3 in a blue for an instant that draws 3 cards and discards a card. So this thing's an oversat flyer, stable to a very strong ability that gives you a huge amount of tempo. And you know what? Like, we've decided that you're never going to have bad experiences while playing this card. So it's also got this Omen ability in case you don't get up to 6 mana, and then you can just draw it again later from the Omen. All the bad experiences are going to be on the other side of the field with this one. Number 5 is Sage of the Skies. It's 2 and a white for a 2/3 flying lifelink, and if you have cast another spell before it, you get another copy of it. So I have like a. I said at some point, like, I don't think Flurry is worth going for, except for Sage of the Skies. Technically, Sage of the Skies doesn't actually have Flurry, which is pretty ironic. So, Sage of the Skies is just an overwhelming amount of stats and abilities for its cost, and all you have to do is a little bit of deck building and sequencing to turn it on, but it is definitely worth it. Number 4 is Ureni the Song Unending, the biggest marketing fraud since the Never Ending Story, because Ureni is going to end the game very quickly. It is an 8 mana 10/10 flying dragon with protection from white, protection from black, and when it enters, it deals X damage spread among any number of creatures, where X is the number of lands you control. So, elephant in the room, 8 mana is a lot, but what else are you going to cost something that wins the game on the spot? Would anyone put a 7 mana spell that ends the game as soon as you cast it? No one would ever do that. So, and in case you're wondering, I'm done talking about Ureni. I think I can just talk for himself is way too strong. Number 3 is Elspeth Stormslayer. She's got 4 abilities. She's a 5 mana 5 loyalty planeswalker. I'm not going to read all of them. They're all very, very good. She's a broken card in the best color, and that's enough to get up here. But would you believe that we have a more broken card at number 2? It is Ugin, Eye of the Storms. Will I read this one? It's got 5 abilities. I might as well because only the first few matter, honestly. It's 7 mana for a 7 loyalty planeswalker. When you cast it, you exile a 1 target permanent that's 1 or more colors. Whenever you cast another colorless spell, you also get to exile another permanent. And it's got +2, you gain 3 life and draw a card. And it's got 2 other abilities that I don't think actually matter for draft. I would say, like, this is a constructed plant, and they purposely went out of their way to make 2 of the abilities bad for limited, and this is still the number 2 card in the set. It is just dominating everything, except for the other 7 mana spell that wins the game. So the number 1 card by a very wide margin is Jeskai Revelation. It's 4 blue, red, white for a instant, so 7 mana instant. You get to do 5 things. You return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. You deal 4 damage to any target. You make 2 1/1 white monks with prowess. You draw 2 cards, and you gain 4 life. And there's got some flavored text from Narset saying, "Thanks for coming to our show. Drive home safe." This spell is egregious. It's hard to actually quantify it in terms of normal cards. I want to say, like, it's a 5-for-1 that comes with 2 time walks worth of tempo. And it's Jeskai. It's not enough to have a game-winning spell. You also have to win the game at instant speed. Like, this has no business being instant. The card is amazing. And that's the end of it. Thanks for watching to the end, and have great drafts.